Hi guys, so I hopped on over here to Hobby Lobby and their flowers are 50% off, which of course kind of caught my eye. As I came in, I could just sit here and look at all these beautiful different colors of arrangements. So I had a project in mind that has been sitting since last November, really. My dad had made me a vase out of wood, and it's really special to me, and I've been wanting for some time to make an arrangement to go inside of this vase, something that I can sit in my living room. Every time I see the vase, I think of him, but I don't want it to be empty. I want something else to be inside of it. So I'm going to pick up a couple flowers here, but I also want to test my hand in creating a couple paper flowers. Maybe some felt flowers as well to go into the mixture, just so that there's something that I created with something that my father created. Since creativity is something that me and my father share and have in common and are very passionate about. He of course has his medium of wood. I have mine of paper most likely, so that's probably what I'll be using, but I'm excited to see what it's like, and of course I'll take you along. All right, so I've got a collection here. Definitely my style is very simple and clean. David, you like it?
I love it.
Like I said, I'm gonna add a little personal touch in with these flowers. I have a lot of yellow in my living room. Yellow is such a happy color, but not too bright, so.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of a muted yellow.
I think for me, when I try
Plus we're coming into
my favorite time of the year,
and Thanksgiving-ish time, and
I think sometimes with these big flowers I have a harder time. So like I said, I'm kind of been in between. I'm more of a simple cute, and so that's the kind of feel that I'm trying to accomplish here. You ready for summer to be done?
Ready for fall.
Hold on.
Just walk down the autumn aisle.
This is what's going to be interesting. We're in fall season right now. They just go a little bit more. Get a little bit more.
Brr, it's got a little chilly. We
All
must
right,
be in the
we're
land of
in winter now.
Land
The
of
seasons are
winter.
changing so fast on us. Okay, so the project that I'm going to be sharing with you today is another really fun way to use the designer templates, but just also another fun project. So, you know, scrapbooking is my first love. I love card making, but there's so many other hobbies informing things that, of course, we can absolutely, you know, dip our toes in and just really experience that. So let me share this with you guys. Oh, let me see how big this frame is. Can you see this? Kel says we had to redo our chore assignments now that we're down to one kid at home. That is different for sure. Really different. Here, let me come back. There we go. Okay. So first off, I wanted to highlight this vase. So this vase, you guys see that? My father created for me. So I love his creativity is now mixed kind of like with mine. And yeah, he turned this and woodworked it, and I absolutely cherished it. And it's been sitting empty for a while, and I thought, you know, I really need to get something put into it. And so I hopped on over to Hobby Lobby since it's local, and I decided to pick up some flowers there. Well, you know, they were on discount, you know. And anyways, when we went over to Hobby Lobby, my husband was so sweet. He's with me, you know. I'll show you guys those clips here in a little bit. But yeah, it's so fun to see him in Hobby Lobby, because he's always like, well, do you have to go to Hobby Lobby? And every time we go, he always leaves with his own little projects. So it's kind of our go-to place for both of us now. Anyways, so this is the vase. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So I picked up these flowers, okay? And I just, you know, kind of mixed them with the colors of my home. And yes, my home naturally has fall palette, a color palette, because like I said, if I could live in fall all year long, I would. I really, really would. So these right here are just what I wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to walk you through those steps. It's so simple, and look how cute. And I only bought a couple flowers because I knew that I wanted to give it that full, I'm like peeking over it, that full essence with these twigs. And so what I did, here we go. I'm going to show you guys that. And I can't wait to post a picture. I really feel like you can't see like the details of like how pretty these are. Look how beautiful those are. Isn't it so much fun? And again, this is just a twig. So let me show you here. And let me get back there so I can kind of see you guys too. All right. So this, I just went and clipped off of a tree in my yard. And and then I took off the leaves, right? So just to kind of show you guys that. So like these still have leaves up here, and I purposely did that. So it's just so I could kind of express that step. So just cut a basic twig. If you're actually trimming a tree down, you know, kind of pruning it, then keep a twig that you think will work really great for you. And then simply just take off any of that greenage leaves or anything like that. All we want is the little stick, really, right? And so you can see here on this side of my display, I have a very full side over here, but not as much over here. And so that's where this one's gonna go, is right in here, okay? Now, all I did was take some felt, and let me explain that to you guys. Sorry, I feel like that's, here, let me see if I can push this back. Give us a little bit more space. Is I was using Tiny Nature is the one that I was using. And Tiny Nature actually is one of the sets that we were featuring. If you get the Kiwi Club kit, it's one of the sets we were featuring in there because it also works beautifully with this month's kit. So Tiny Nature was among one of our first sets that we ever released, and it's just so classic that we just have never retired it because it's just amazing. Actually, so you see all these different pieces. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick introduction to Tiny Nature. So we actually have Nature, our accessory set, and then Tiny Nature. So they're a little bit different in size, but they're basically the same designs. They are the same designs. But so you get this really adorable flower. I'm going to show you guys how cute this is on my project. And so you can like layer the leaf with it, right? You get a fun sun or sunflower depending on how you design with it. So I love that. You get a really cute butterfly in this set. So again, very nature centric, amazing, just for so many different uses. It's really versatile. But one of the things I love about it too is you also get this arrow, but if you combine these two together, you get a tree as well. So I love that. So just kind of playing around with those different things is a lot of fun. All right, then, whoops, here we go. The next thing you're gonna need, so besides Tiny Nature, right? You also get a leaf, in, like a maple leaf in Tiny Nature, is you need felt. And basically you can pick up these felt sheets and Hobby Lobby or any classic craft store like that. Of course, I go to Hobby Lobby, so that's kind of the one I'm referencing. I will tell you guys this, if you're looking for like more customized or more trendy colors, because sometimes felt can be very basic in their color palette. I was looking over here, it's called woolhearts.com. So WOOLHEARTS.com. And they had so many selections as far as just different colors of felt, wool felt. It was, I mean, so beautiful. The way that they have it displayed, it's very eye candy for sure. Can you take what you made out of, yes, I will take it out, Mary. I'm gonna actually create one with together. So here's a felt sheet. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but if you take wax paper, here's my wax paper, freezer paper. This is huge. I had to buy a big one. And this stays in my craft room. Like I have this in my craft room because I do use it often. Basically, you'll take the, so you know how like wax has like a shiny side? So this is the shiny side. It's gonna be hard for you guys to see, and more of a matted side, right? You're gonna lay the shiny side down on your felt, and then you take an iron, you know, heat up your iron and take an iron and you just iron it on. And that's what I did here. So this is sticking to this, right? So that's all you're gonna do, very simple. And what's great about that is then you can take your designer templates and then just trace, cut, ink. And it's so easy because all you're going to do is, of course, put it on top and then you can trace it. So let me show you that here. Here's a sheet that I've been working on. So I just traced all the designs that I want and then simply just cut them out, right? Once you cut them out, you're going to get something like this. Now I used 4 sheets of felt and I think I'll be able to complete this whole arrangement, which I'll show you the portions that I created, right, here in a moment. And so I have all of these ones that I have previously cut out. And I did use nature number 1, and I used nature number 6, nature 2, and I also used nature number 5. Okay, so I used all of those from Tiny Nature, I may add. Okay, so all of that's from Tiny Nature. So let's go ahead and take my twig. I went ahead and put it into my arrangement. Here, let me go ahead and pull this one out so you can see it here. It's kind of mixed in. I kind of adjusted my arrangement a little. So I twisted in and out. So hold on, give me a second. Ooh, that's okay. I'll put it back together. It's fixable. Okay, so there you go. This is the work in progress of one side. And so I adhered, well, hot glued these leaves onto here. I'm going to show you how to do this really adorable flower. Look how cute that turned out. I love it. I did 2 different colors. I did one in this more light pink, and then of course this beautiful yellow. And then I also did a little flower down here. And then on all the rest of the twigs, I did the leaves, but I am putting like just a few butterflies. And I decided to put the butterfly here at the top, kind of like it's flying out. So isn't that pretty? It was so much fun. So I'm just going to repeat the same steps for this other twig to give it even more full arrangement here. Let me stick that in there. All right. So I have this twig, right? Now I'm going to stick it in here so that I could, like I said, just kind of place it on and around that. Now, when you go to add, say like this, for example, and let me get back over there so I can see you. Okay. So like this little leaf, you'll pull off the freezer wax paper and then take a hot glue gun and just add a little bit down, like right here, down the middle of this bottom part of your leaf. And what you're going to do is fold this in and pinch it. And you're just going to hold it for like a couple seconds so that it kind of folds up and gives it a little bit more of a 3D dimension, right? And then all we're going to do is add a little bit more hot glue just right there on the where you folded it over. So just right there, okay? And then you're just going to place them on your twigs. And you kind of just push around it and give it a minute to dry. It goes pretty quickly depending on what kind of hot glue gun you have, but there's really nothing special about it. There really isn't. Now, so that's it. Then you could place them all over, you know, spread them out, the different leaves in different locations. And then as far as these little flowers, for me, my thought process here was I was creating little flowers that maybe I stick in these intersections, right? So right here, I could put one right here to kind of cover that little stub. I could put another one over here. So let me do that really quickly. All right, so let's start with the nature number 6. So again, I already went ahead and traced it, cut it out. Using that wax paper makes it really easy because I've used all kinds of pins. I've used fabric pins and just different things, but tracing on the felt itself is actually not that friendly. It's more frustrating. So I highly recommend when dealing with felt or you want to cut certain designs out of felt, then I would use the tip that I just shared with you, the wax paper. Just simply iron it on and it almost makes it into like a paper forming that you could do. All right. So here's the flower cut out of felt, and this is really cute in paper projects as well. And some of you guys might have seen this, but it's really, really simple. So all you're going to do is you're going to start right here in the middle of the petals, and then I'm going to start my cut. and I'm just going to go in a circular motion. So you don't want to go to the edges or anything, right? You guys see that? Okay. Here, I'll show you when I get finished too. So you're just going to keep going in that spiral motion, and it doesn't have to be perfect because we're just going to wind it back up here in a minute. So you just go till, you know, just keep going in a spiral. And then you're probably going to end a little bit like this. I'd go a little bit more personally, like right there. So that's about what my middle ends up with. Then we're going to start at the middle, and all you're going to do is wind it back up. So we're just going to take the pieces and kind of bunch it together, right? And wind it all back up. I really need to go get my nails done. I told you guys, the last couple of weeks have been crazy. No time for nails, no time for nothing, it seems like. But I did find a little bit of creative time, so I'm not complaining. And then you can add a little bit of adhesive along the way. So like I might add like a little right there as I'm winding it back up. And again, just start from that middle. I find it really helpful to start from the middle. And when you get to the end, you definitely want to add a little hot glue right there at the end. Okay. So you're going to end up with something like this. All right. Again, this can be accomplished with paper. Often when I do it, like if I create this for like a scrapbook layout that I'm working on, you could see that it's giving it that 3D. So depending on how high you want it, sometimes what I'll do is if it's on my layout or something, I'll just smash it down just a little bit, just so that it's laying a little flatter, but you still get that slight 3D dimension. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my little flower arrangement here. Add some adhesive, or keep calling it adhesive, which it is, but hot glue. And then I'm going to just stick it right here. Like I said, I think these little intersections are a great place for a little flower arrangement on those. Okay. Of course, you can wear little thumb protectors if you're concerned about your hot glue. It gets me sometimes, like it's on here, but it doesn't hurt. Thankfully, my hot glue is not too self-inflicted pain, but I think it would be cute to even add maybe, so can you guys see that? Here, let me bring it closer to the camera, right? So this is like our little thing, and we could fix the inside middle here just a little, like that. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a green leaf. I'm gonna do the same thing I just showed you about the leaves. I'm gonna add a little at the bottom and pinch it together. I think it would be cute to maybe have one like just coming straight out of that, kind of like that. You could even do, you know, cute. Okay, I'm going to add that really quickly. So you can add it to the twig itself too, or to the felt, but I'm just going to add it to the twig and then push the felt right down onto that twig, like that. Now, if you have some centers, I just looked like little things that will be cute centerpieces, depending on like if you want it to be like a little bling, that could be really cute. Buttons, if you're going maybe for a little bit more of a casual, you know, cute look. That's how I look at buttons, because they're cute and casual. But even I have like these little pearl things. See how pretty that is? So you could pick up little things like that to kind of just add to the center of your flowers. Super, super cute and easy. And of course, again, if you have tiny nature, this is a great way to use it outside, just another multi-purpose for these sets, which is what designer templates are made for, is just to help you, inspire you, and simplify the creativity in whatever form that is. And then after that, you just need 4 sheets of paper or felt. That's what I used. Like I said, I think 4 sheets we'll probably do this project specifically, unless you're doing like only twigs, but which, by the way, I think would just be adorable. You don't have to have all this other flowers arrangements in here, just twigs arrangement would be so cute. And really fun centerpiece too. Like if you have specific little dinner or events or something like that, these would be really cute centerpieces and very inexpensive. So lots of fun. And I think that, like, yes, mine has fall colors, but you could change this up per season. You could do one that's really pretty, like maybe whites and blacks and like silvers if you wanted like a little more formal, whatever that is, right? Would be so cute. So I hope that you guys make one and you post it, because I would love to see different, you know, color combinations of this done. I'm tempted to do like 7 different color combinations myself because it was so much fun. Okay, the last little flower I want to show you is, you can see it over here. Let's see. You guys see this one? Let me pull that out. So you see this one right here. Actually, these two. That is using the Nature 5T. And so I'll show you how I created that one as well. And it's really, really, really cute. I love the way it has turned out. I've made this flower on many occasions, but this flower specifically, the way that it is designed, I think worked really great for this type of project. So I was excited how well that turned out. So let me show you that one. Okay. Yes, that is correct, Joanne. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, it's just one that I found online. I'm sure there's other ones. Benzie is the other one. I'm probably messing that up. Benzie.com or something like that. I'll have to look it up and share it later. Is another great like felt online store, because again, local craft stores will have some selection of felt, but not very specific like colors. Okay, so I went ahead, traced to cut it out, same thing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually just add some hot glue around the middle here. So a good amount, okay? And then we're gonna pinch it together. Just kind of pinch it together and then pull it back apart. Keep your fingers there, keep it pinched. Okay, and then pull it kind of as you're holding the pinched part, the little bottom part. And you're just waiting for that to dry. Now, that was pretty good. The other ones I had to add a little bit more, but that seems to be holding together pretty well. Sometimes you'll have like this, like a left side or a right side kind of feel a little bit more hanging out, right? Like it needs to be tucked in just a little bit more, which of course, if that's the case, just add a little bit more hot glue and then push, kind of bend and push that back into place, which that one did need a little bit. So that's what it will end up looking like on that. And same thing, I'll probably look for little intersections in my design or my twig. Like over here, I'll probably put one over here. And I would spread out the flowers. If you want a lot of flowers, then just put more. But for like me, it was more I wanted like a back foliage to my display. But if this was like your main display was just twigs and adorable little flowers on it with leaves, then you might put more flowers in the mixture, right? So for me, I put 3 over here, and I'll probably add, 3 flowers on this twig, and the rest will just be, the twigs will be covered with leaves. So I'll just add that here, like so. I know, I'm excited too to see it finished, and I definitely will take some pictures to give you guys a closer look at it, because it will be, and I'm excited to finally put it down in my, I have this buffet in my living room. So that's where I'm personally going to keep mine. So I'm just excited to have finally this vase filled with something. Like I said, it was really special, something I'll hold on to for forever. I love that. All right. And then again, I would add a little center to this. And let me show you guys that. Right? So like a little center to it. This is a brad. This is a brad, which actually kind of worked for this design of flower, because you have this little internal, deep depth to it. So I'm just gonna stick that a little hot glue in there. And I'm not gonna trim off these little brad things. I'm just gonna poke it right in and then kind of let it do its thing. Look how cute. Let me show you guys. So cute. Isn't that fun? Look how cute that is. So again, I probably would add, I don't know, this is a little too big for me, but I have these other little ones. Here I have like this smaller one, which I'll probably add to that because I did add it to other ones over there. This is actually a little enamel that I have. Again, use what you got here. And so even though it's sticky a little, I'm going to add a little hot glue to the center of my flower and then go ahead and stick that inside. Got to pull all the hot glue strings away. That's kind of the last step I do though. It's kind of pointless until you're done and then you can pull all the glue webs away from your project, but definitely make sure you clean it up. So there's one flower. There's the other. And again, this is Tiny Nature. So it actually comes with each of these different sets. This one right here is the Tiny Nature. I'm showing you that just because it's on the back of this month's Kiwi Club kit. So if you haven't designed with your Kiwi Club kit and you don't have Tiny Natures, not only will it be fun for this project, but it will be really fun to use this month's kit. You're going to want Tiny Nature. A lot of the samples that we included in the PDF, the free PDF, also features Tiny Nature and shows you how just adorable that set is. So really, really cute. Well, guys, that is my fun project that I have for you guys today. Just kind of hobby hopping over to different, experimenting with different things, finding different ways, not only to use your designer templates, but just to play and create. And in that process, of course, just connecting, disconnecting really and connecting. I feel like that's one of the most beneficial things that I get for making time in my life for creativity in whatever form that might be, is the chance for me to not only connect with others, but connect with myself as well. So hopefully you find a little bit of time. Hopefully you find a little time. If not this week, because the week's almost over, then hopefully the coming weeks that you will be able to, find time. Find time. Get it? Well, you got to make the time. You can't find time because time is not friendly. So make the time, set the time aside, put it on the calendar, and give a little creative R&R. Okay, so I'm going to finish this out. I will take a picture and I'll share it. But I hope that this has inspired for you and hopefully motivated you to go outside in your front yard or whatever and clip a twig off. Clip a twig off and make something out of it. It's so much fun. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I will talk soon. And yeah, thanks, guys. Bye.